Alright, what up though? Everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Peas. And welcome to Players Palace, where everybody can be a player in the palace. But only if you subscribe. Subscribe, nigga. Subscribe and become a player in the palace. You know what it is. We're talking about the NFL schedule. The Detroit Lions have a hell of a schedule. I ain't even about to lie. But let's go over the schedule. So the leak was true. The leak was absolutely true. Now, weeks 1 through 18. Here's my live predictions on what the Detroit Lions record will be. Okay. I don't see us dropping to Tampa Bay. I don't see us losing to Seattle again. I really don't see us losing to Arizona, which means if I just want to be pessimistic right here, because 4-0 going into the bye is crazy. 4-0 going to the bye is so crazy. It's so crazy. I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know how to deal with this. In my brain, the Detroit Lions are undefeated up until week 9 against Green Bay, and I say we drop to Green Bay and we get back right on track with Houston. You know what? We about to switch gears on this video. Here's exactly why the Detroit Lions can go 17-0. Listen, we slayed the Mad Dragon with the Rams. We can do it again. They don't have. Yes, they've gotten they've gotten better in different areas, but that defense is still gonna be lacking. Yes, what they have my man Blake Corum. He's gonna be good, but he's not playing week 1. I don't think it's still gonna be Kyren Williams, but the Detroit Lions defense has gotten so much better that I do not think that Matthew Stafford's going to be able to do it against the Lions. I feel like we dog walk the Rams. I feel like it's going to be a hard-fought game in the first half, and then we're going to pull away in the second half. That's how I feel like it's going to happen. So I see Detroit winning by at least 2 touchdowns week 1. Week 2, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They've gotten a little worse on defense. They're going to be a little better on offense. Even though they're a defensive-minded football team, I expect the Lions to handle this game. It's going to be hard fought, but I expect us to handle it. I don't feel like Tampa Bay is going to be much of a threat. If anything, I feel like they have to worry about the Falcons. I feel like the Falcons is going to win that division next year. Then you got week 3, Arizona Cardinals. That's enough said. Again, this is not the same old Lions. Same old Lions, we're losing to the Cardinals. We're not losing. 3-0. 4. Week 4, we're not dropping again to Seattle. We're absolutely not dropping to Seattle. I feel like this is where Geno Smith is gonna finally come back to earth. And if my words bite me, I don't care. I'm gonna stick by it. We're still gonna beat Seattle regardless of if Geno is throwing bombs. I don't feel like he's gonna be able to throw bombs because that was the problem. Our corner, they were able to attack our secondary. I don't feel like they're going to be able to attack our secondary like they did. With that being said, I feel like we're able to make this a much closer game. I feel like it'll be a tight one, but I feel like we'll win. Undefeated into the bye week. Week 6 at Dallas. Week 6 at Dallas. This is an imploding Dallas Cowboys team that I just don't see getting it done. I need to triple down. I've said it every year. I'm going to keep saying it again. I do not believe the Dallas Cowboys will make the playoffs. I don't believe they will. If they do, hey man, it is what it is. I just don't see us losing to Dallas this time around. We're going back to Dallas. We're getting that dub. Week 7. We're going against a Minnesota team that I quite frankly feel like is going to be rebuilding. JJ McCarthy is a cool quarterback. He is. He can scramble. He can get around. He can do things that Kirk couldn't do. But at the same time, he cannot do things that Kirk could do. I don't feel like he's going to be the passing threat that Kirk really was. I don't feel like he's going to be able to maneuver like Kirk. Now, granted, that defense is going to be better, but that defense still is not going to be able to stand up to this Detroit Lions offense. And that offense is not going to be able to handle this Detroit Lions defense. Which, with that being said, Week 8, Tennessee Titans at home. Now, we're looking at the Tennessee Titans, and I want to honestly say these guys are going to have something on them. That AFC South is going to be better than what people think it's going to be. I feel like Tennessee, Will Levis, I feel like he's going to be able to get some things done. He got Calvin Ridley. You know, that defense is getting shored up. Sure enough, I believe that the Detroit Lions are beating the Tennessee Titans. Week 9. Green Bay Packers. If, you know, I have to be pessimistic. I have to say, in part, I don't believe it, but I can at the same time. I don't feel like the Green Bay Packers is going to keep up with Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs. Luke Musgrave. I don't believe this happens. I do not believe this happens. I honestly do not believe this happens at all. In what I truly believe, Lions can go undefeated. I see us losing to Houston or the 49ers. That's what I see. And even then with the I'm going to get there when I get there. With me, at worst, just looking up and down, I'm going to say the Detroit Lions. It's hard for me to say 14-3 because I'm really just thinking 15-2. And if I want to just go that route, I say at worst the Lions is 14-3. We only lose once to, I would believe, the Packers. I would believe the Packers. I would believe the Detroit Lions lose Week 9, if that's the case. But we're not going there. We're going to what I believe in my heart of hearts. The Detroit Lions can go 17-0. And that's what I believe. So with that being said, Week 9, the Detroit Lions win in a tough game to where our defense clutches it out at the end of the game. That's what I believe. Week 10 at Houston is going to be a game. I feel like they're still going to make the playoffs. I don't know if they'll be as great. I don't know, because they were just so out of the gate last year. Houston was just so amazing last year. It's like, but I love DeMeco Ryan. He's a great head coach. When I heard they hired him, I got mad because I don't like that owner. But they made a hell of a pickup with DeMeco Ryans. They got CJ Stroud. And the defense was already something. There was something there. You adding DeMeco Ryans it just made me be like, okay, bet, I like this. So Houston, hard fought game. We get I don't see their defense stopping our offense. I don't see that. I can honestly see that game being a shootout, and even then, the Detroit Lions will still have a top 5 offense, and I believe that the Detroit Lions will have a top 10 defense all around. Okay, so I'm going to say at worst, Houston's a shootout. We get the ball at the end of the game, we're going to win. Week 11 versus Jacksonville. Jacksonville's cool. We got to watch out for Etienne. Trevor Jackson, he's just rising and rising. He's getting better and better every year. He lost Calvin Ridley. I don't like the pieces that they have necessarily. I say we beat them. At Indianapolis, I say we beat Indianapolis. I mean, they made some good picks by picking up that new wide receiver. It's just that Jonathan Taylor's back, and he's going to have that full season. I just don't know. Week 13, Chicago for Thanksgiving. The way the Detroit Lions fans have been to end out the season, I don't see us having that blow up that we did last year. I don't see us absolutely destroying ourselves 2 weeks in a row with Green Bay and Chicago. And it's really funny how the league likes doing this. We have the trend of Green Bay, Chicago, Thanksgiving, end the season with Minnesota. We're winning week 18. I'm not even if we lose week 18, it's because we're sitting our start. I don't even see us sitting our starters for real. Unless if there's guys that actually really needs to sit. I feel like we win that game. And the only reason I feel like we lose week 18 is if there's something going on to where Dan is really pulling it back, like, hold on, we need to not let people get injured, like Sam Laporta got injured last year. But I still wouldn't be mad if he's playing the majority of guys. I will not be mad at it. We win week 18. Week 15, Buffalo's so much worse. The Jets are going to win that division. I don't care about Buffalo. Keon Coleman is going to be really good for them. He really will be good for them. He's a fantasy lookout for me, and don't tell nobody I told y'all that, because I'm looking to win my 5th ring. No, wait, or is it 6th ring? It's either 5 or 6 rings in fantasy. Don't let nobody know I told you that. But week 16 against Chicago, that defense is good. That defense is really good. I just don't see that offense being able to do anything against us. Jared Goff's going to have a tough time. I feel like we're going to be able to run as long as we're able to pound. As long as Jahmyr Gibbs can pound the ball, we're going to be good. Week 17, San Francisco, in San Francisco, in the Bay. Man, look. This is the get right game. Monday Night Football to end the season. This is the last game, truthfully. This is the game where the Detroit Lions will plant their flag and say we are the number one. I mean, shoot, we may have already won it by this point, because if the season is going the way I'm looking at it, we're already 15-0 by the time we get to the 49ers, and we'll have already won number one. Number one will already be locked up. And week 17 will just be let's see how they match up now compared to when they get to the playoffs. Let's see, can the Detroit Lions slay the dragon? Can they finally repent for their last year's sins of throwing a game away, throwing a half of it wasn't even a full game, it was a half of football. So this is why I see, even though the Detroit Lions have the 11th hardest schedule in football, all that really means is teams above 500. Ooh, congratulations. We facing some 9-18. I don't care. The Detroit Lions are going undefeated in my brain. At worst, if I have to say it, at worst. Okay, at worst. Injury time. We lose to San Francisco. We lose to the Packers Thursday night, or the Bears. Flip it. One of them we're going to lose to in that 2-week stretch. And then let's just say Houston. Let's say those 3 teams. Let's say the 49ers. Let's say Houston week 10, 49ers week 17, and either we lose Thanksgiving or we lose the next week against Green Bay. Those are the only games I see us losing. I'm also kind of looking at this Seattle game, and I'll be extremely mad if we lose. So I'll throw that 13-4. I'll say the Detroit Lions at worst will be 13-4, losing to Seattle, losing to Houston, losing to either Chicago or Green Bay once, and then losing to the 49ers. That is the honest to God truth that I feel that is going to be at worst the Detroit Lions floor. At the high, I see the Detroit Lions going 17-0. I'm about to drop that video. Make sure y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm going to catch y'all later. Remember, if you want to be a part of the Palace, all you got to do is subscribe, become a player. I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace out.